Thank you for tuning into the podcast, and thanks to our sponsor, SS96. Still rocking with us in 2022, and it's so amazing. We appreciate you. SS96 is putting out new merch and still has some of your favorites. Get your Executive Productions t-shirts, Swish Masters t-shirts, as well as Farm Raised Entertainment t-shirts. Don't forget to check out Straight Stoners music as well as my own release under Executive Productions. It's available on all streaming platforms, and new music is in the works, so stay tuned. Go to ss96.net and use the promo code SWISHMASTERS to get this kind of merch today. Thank you all again. We're grateful.
I think the Lakers will turn around as soon as everybody gets healthy.
That's the other thing. Yeah.
Everybody has to get healthy.
No.
There's not just a trade out there they can do just to make the team just better automatically.
No.
Get the team healthy first, and you got 3 superstars. Of course, you'll sacrifice some depth, but you got to rely on that super talent play.
Right. I mean, it's the same situation as Brooklyn when they first formed. KD, Kyrie, Harden, and then they had Jeff Green, and now they have Patty Mills, they have LaMarcus Aldridge, but they don't have just a specialized team. You know, they're working with what they have, and they're doing fine. But you rely so much on superstars, and you expect a huge outcome if they're all healthy.
Right. I say this though. The addition of Stanley Johnson has been great. Malik Monk,
yeah,
who's on a cheap contract as well. So they've done some things to help boost the roster. Now, if they can, one thing they could do is say they get something rolling and other people see the potential. And plus, they're the Lakers. As a player, the Lakers has a standard that, play for purple and gold, So they can still recruit some players maybe in the buyout market after the trade deadline. Yeah. That's one thing they can do. But we'll see. We'll see what they can do. There's some things that can be done. I'm saying there's not a whole lot. The main make of the roster is that's it. You can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
So
they got time.
They do. But despite all that, there was one trade scenario out there that we can discuss too. So apparently the Rockets were willing to take on. So one of the reasons people don't want Westbrook is, one, because his play right now, and 2, the contract situation. And apparently one of the only teams willing to do anything is the Rockets. So this is a trade scenario. They're willing to give up John Wall for Russell Westbrook, and the Lakers will have to add on some additional draft compensation for them to take it on. So my thoughts is this: I don't think that trade is worth it. If I'm the Lakers, you already don't have so many picks already because what you did for Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
You lost some
picks are all tied up and I think it's like 2027.
Right.
But they're just messed up.
So the thing is, you need to be you got to keep winning throughout those years. You got to. Yeah. And all right, you give me your thoughts on John Wall for Westbrook.
John Wall, love him to death, but I don't think this would be a significant trade for either team. John Wall and Russell Westbrook both have very large salaries. I will say, I guess in terms for Houston, they get they get to pay that money and have somebody playing. As in, Russell Westbrook is going to come out and play. John Wall is sitting out. I think he's rehabbing, but he's chosen to sit out basically until
he's reached an agreement with the team to do that.
Yeah.
So you're paying him and you're not really getting any value for him. You trade for Westbrook. you still have the same situation because John and Russell are different, but they have similar styles of play where, rely heavily on athleticism, speed. They're not just great 3-point shooters that can make them, but they're not just reliable. And then I think for the Lakers, if you're trying to find something for Russell, John Wall is just really almost a carbon copy. You know what I mean? Like he's same thing, and then he's gonna have to adjust to playing with this team because he hasn't played all season, and then 2, he's playing with a new group of guys, and you still have to fill that out. And now it's a later half of the season where you want to be getting better, and I feel like this is not the time to be doing a trial run with another, player similar to Russell Westbrook. So I don't really think it's a good trade. I like John Wall a lot, and I want to see him play again. I think I've been seeing some footage of him doing his workouts. He's looking better, and I hope to see him play again. But I don't think that would be a valuable trade for either team, really.
Yes, I agree with you. So I really like John Wall as well. He has one of my favorite animations in 2K. So yeah, I love John Wall, and I respect him a lot. So the thing is this, like you said, at this point of the season, especially in the second half of the All-Star break, you really need to be picking it up on like team chemistry and all those things. It's different for a player his caliber to join a team compared to a player like, he's retired right now, but like JJ Redick, he's a shooter. Shooters just shoot. You don't have to worry about like playmakers. You have to get the feel for everybody on the team. How does this person like their spot? You also have to learn the playbook. You gotta learn whatever formations they like to use and whatever they like to run.
Yep.
So you have to learn. There's so much you gotta learn. So it takes so much, and then he'll also have to learn how to play alongside LeBron. It's like a whole reset. I think it's smarter to just keep going with what you got. Hopefully, y'all get together and learn how to play together, get healthy, and that'll be fine. It takes a minute. They told us about that too. They all agreed. They knew it was going to take a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to take a while. There's not anything out there to be a quick fix.
Yeah.
Now, what they can do is get more role players that better fit what they're trying to do in system wise, like get better shooters. Because again, shooters, that's their role, just to shoot. It's easier for shooters to adjust.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
It's easier for them to adjust compared to playmakers.
Right.
Who's especially those who have run a team who are like franchise players, like John Wall and Russell Westbrook. So, and if you're the Rockets, I understand you want more draft compensation because your goal right now is to rebuild. Yeah. Rebuild around those guys are doing great right now though. Love
Kevin Green. I mean, I think
Kevin Porter
Jr., Christian Wood, yeah.
Balling.
I like him. I like him.
They got a good squad. I love their potential right there.
If they can build on that,
just keep building on that. I can see them to where they are, where the Grizzlies are right now. If they keep building,
Yeah.
Because you think about it, the Grizzlies just rebuilt like just a couple years ago. John Morant. So,
yeah,
man, they can potentially get there. Anyway, I agree. I don't really see it benefiting either party, really.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm interested to see what moves the Lakers make. Really, all the trades, all the superstars that may be unhappy. I want to see what happens.
Right. Like it's also good to look out for maybe people that they're not really thinking about. For example, like where will Bradley Beal end up?
True.
Like we're not really hearing too much about him. But
he's in trade rooms every year.
Yeah, exactly, every year. But
every year
higher this year because they're not really, it's different compared to last season where they're actually fighting for a playing spot and actually got into the playoffs. Yeah, that's different. So, Who
They have
knows?
assets.
Right. Also, apparently the Lakers tried to trade for Jeremy Grant, but THT, Taylor Horton Tucker, in the first round pick. That didn't work out. Now, Jeremy Grant, he has some experience playing with Russell Westbrook, but Jeremy Grant's a different player now from when he was playing with Russell. Jeremy Grant is evolving to more of a player that they can rely on. I don't want to say franchise player just yet, but
Yeah.
But he's there. There's definitely some chemistry there. Jeremy Grant also played with Melo too. He was on the team too, and Melo was on the team. So it would have been good if they got him. And he definitely fits the mold. He's a shooter, 3D guy.
Yeah, he's long.
He can play any
push
system.
forward.
Long, athletic.
Yeah.
Yeah. He can play any position, any forward position you want.
He would be a nice addition.
That would have been nice. Him, Stanley Johnson on the floor at the same time.
Stanley Johnson still doing 10-day contracts.
Yeah, they need to go on and sign him if they can. I don't know.
Cut somebody. Maybe
they got to figure out who they want to cut. These older players, I'm assuming.
I don't know. I have a hunch, but I don't know.
Who you thinking?
I mean, I hadn't seen DeAndre Jordan play in a few
That's
games.
true. If anybody, it would be not gonna be Melo. He just balled out. Shout out to Melo.
He just came back from injury as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Ariza still has value as a wing.
Yeah, he was my next one, but yeah, I think
I was thinking him too, but before you said DeAndre Jordan, I was like, yeah, definitely Jordan before Ariza.
I just don't feel like that team specifically has a spot for a big man that can't really shoot.
No.
And I mean, his
not a defender like he once was either.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he could be a good backup center somewhere, but I don't think he'll fit exactly. But I thought they will utilize him, or he will be better this season, but not the case.
No, I guess he's just past his prime now. So
Is Russell Westbrook past his prime?
good question. Because he just won MVP. Like, I don't want to say just won, but it was a couple years ago.
2016?
2017.
17. I knew it was one of those two.
Yeah, it was 2017. 5 years since now, almost 5 years since. I say this. The reason we don't know is because, again, he's been on so many different teams.
Yeah.
So it's hard to judge.
Yeah.
And I agree with what Kenny Smith said. He said this. He said he doesn't want to judge the Lakers yet because we haven't seen them yet. Like, you haven't seen the full roster yet. I was like, good point.
That's true.
Very good point. It's just that as fans of the NBA, you just want to see these teams work out.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah.
And of course, the Lakers will have quick reactions, like really quick reactions. So,
yeah. We'll see. Lakers, I think the Lakers make improvements. I think they make the playoffs. I'll say that.